In this video, we'll review how to complete the Makeup Literary Analysis essay. If you've been asked to do this Makeup Literary Analysis essay, it's because you did not complete or did not do well on the first Literary Analysis Compare and Contrast essay, and we'd like to give you a second chance to fix up your grade. In order to get to the essay, you'll need to go to Google Classroom and open up the English section. Then go to the section titled Extra Credit and Grade Boosters and click on the document titled Makeup Literary Analysis Essay. Once you do that, you should have a document open up that looks like this. The directions at the top of the assignment will walk you through everything that's required. The first thing that you need to do is read the story Laura's Key. If you click on the link, it will take you to the text Laura's Key. If you get an error message that looks like this, that you can't see it, you'll need to go back to Classroom, and you'll see that there's a little button that looks like a comment box. You can click on it, and it should take you to the class comment where you can get to a file that does open. If you want to listen to the audio while you read the story, you can also click where it says click here to listen to the audio, and it will take you to a YouTube video that reads the story out loud to you. After you've read Laura's Key, you'll need to read the story Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push. Same procedure, click on the link to read the text, and if you want to listen to it while you read, click this link for the audio.
Hi everybody, You're listening to Sometimes a Dream.
After you have read Laura's Key and Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push, your job is going to be to write a 4-paragraph essay comparing and contrasting, explaining what is similar and what is different between the two characters Laura from Laura's Key and Chris from Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push. Your rough draft is going to go in this rough draft graphic organizer. You need to use the sentence stems that you find here to write your paragraph here. What I would suggest is to highlight these, copy them, and paste them, and then fill in those blanks. So if I were going to be writing a paragraph about Brown Girl Dreaming, I might start with something like this. What happens when you are discriminated against because of the color of your skin? In the story Brown Girl Dreaming, the main character, Jacqueline, must face this problem. That gives a good hook and a great start to your essay, giving your reader some context about what the essay is going to be about, as well as catching their attention. So yours will focus on the characters Laura and Chris. You'll start with a question to catch your reader's attention, one sentence explaining what happens in Laura's Key, one sentence explaining what happens in Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push, and then one sentence using the stem. While both characters blank, they both ultimately blank. So what's different about them and what is the same? Your first body paragraph is going to be an explanation of how the characters are different. The characters differ because. Give an example with some text evidence from Laura's Key and explain what it shows. Then some text evidence from A Dream Needs a Push and explain what it shows, focusing on how the characters are different. Then in body paragraph 2, how are they similar? Using sentence stem, however, the characters are similar because, giving some text evidence from Laura's Key, explaining what it shows, Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push, and explaining what it shows. In your last paragraph, you're going to write a conclusion. In conclusion, both Laura's Key and Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push help readers to understand what do we learn from those stories And then the reader learns in the end that it's important to blank. Once you've used all of these sentence stems, in this column you should have 4 good paragraphs explaining what is similar and what is different between Laura's key and Sometimes a Dream Needs a Push, focusing on the main characters Laura and Chris. Your last step is going to be to copy and paste all 4 of those paragraphs into the final draft graphic organizer into this box. After you've done that, read through your work to check for any errors or sentences that don't make sense. Pick 5 boring words and replace them with an interesting, juicy word, and then run a spelling and grammar check. To do that, you'll go up to Tools, click Spelling and Grammar, and then click Spelling and Grammar Check, and it'll tell you if you've made any mistakes in your spelling and grammar. If you have any questions, you need some help, or you'd like some feedback from your teacher, please send us a private message. We're here for you and we want to see you do well.